Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 17 Pro and compare it against the iPhone XS and see which particular phone is the better one for you. Now, the big thing I can definitely tell you, as I always state within these beginning of these videos, is that the iPhone XS was a very good phone when it first came out, right? But in a lot of ways, this type of phone probably doesn't make a lot of sense to go ahead and buy anymore. And there are probably significantly better types of devices that you can go ahead and buy. So kind of keep that in mind. But if at any point you want to go through and pick up either one of these types of devices, links will be down in the description below. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular devices. The iPhone XS originally came out back in 2018. So this is a little bit of an older type of device, as you can imagine, right? So you're not really getting the latest and greatest anymore. This is going to be a significantly older type of device. So you're going to have to just kind of keep that in mind. But I think that's still totally okay. If you're going to go through and pick up a phone, I think you should expect to get like a little bit of an older styling of a device. This thing on the front is giving you a 5.8-inch Super Retina OLED display. So that right there is also going to be another one of those key takeaways, because this is going to be one of those types of phones that I would look at and I'd be like, it's going to be a good type of device, but it's not really going to be anything crazy. It's not going to break any records. It doesn't really get that bright, but also the refresh rate on this phone really is not that great either. So it is going to be giving you like a pretty limited type of experience. It's really not going to be that awesome. And that right there is going to be kind of a problem. So take it as you will, but if you are going through and picking up a phone, you are probably going to feel like you're getting a little bit of an older type of device, definitely from something like a, iPhone XS. Now, with something like a, iPhone 17 Pro, this one is going to be a significantly better type of experience. So with something like an iPhone 17 Pro, this one is going to be giving you a 6.3-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. So this one is going to be so much nicer in almost every single situation I can imagine. So if I'm going to go through and pick up a phone, I definitely would feel like that type of phone is probably going to be a better type of experience. And that's the one that I would look at to basically everybody as being a far better experience, probably, right? Like those types of phones do give you a good type of experience. It's giving you 120 Hz ProMotion display. It's giving you, everything you need in a phone, 3000 nits of peak brightness, dynamic island, always on display. Those types of things are really, really nice things to have. Unfortunately, a phone like a, iPhone XS is not going to be giving you that, but a phone like an iPhone, 17 Pro is going to be giving you that, which is a really, really nice thing to have. Now, on top of that, some other big things to keep in mind here too. For starters, number one, when you look at these types of phones, you're also going to have to remember that these types of devices are also going to be able to go through and give you, chargers at the bottom. The iPhone XS is Lightning. iPhone 17 Pro is going to be USB Type-C. That's also going to be a very big difference. On the backside, the iPhone XS is giving you this solid glass back. The 17 Pro is giving you a frosted glass back. So that right there is also going to be a pretty big takeaway, because the 17 Pro is going to hold up a little bit better. You're getting a triple camera setup inside of that type of device. You're going to be able to get, a LiDAR sensor there too. A newer type of build quality on the 17 Pro with camera button and action button. Definitely the iPhone XS is going to be giving you a very good type of experience. And like I said before, if I'm going to go through and pick up a phone, I'm definitely looking at something like an iPhone 17 Pro as being a really good phone. But the 17 Pro is about $1,100. The iPhone XS is about probably $100, probably even cheaper than that. So that right there is also another big thing, because if you're trying to get the phone that is going to be giving you a little bit of a better type of experience, the iPhone XS really is not going to be that great of a price device. Sorry, the 17 Pro is going to be substantially more expensive. The XS might seem like a better price device, but that might not always be the case. So that kind of covers it up there. As it comes down to the price tag of these particular phones, when you're looking at the price tag, this is not the price tag, the camera. This is also another key takeaway. The iPhone XS has a dual camera setup on the backside. So it's a wide and it's a telephoto lens, where the iPhone 17 Pro is going to be giving you this, triple camera setup, a wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lens. So that right there is going to be a very, very big takeaway. Because once again, if you're trying to get the phone that is going to be giving you a slightly better experience from that side, the iPhone XS has a very high likelihood of not giving you that great of a camera when it kind of comes down to it. And if you are wanting the phone that is, once again, going to be giving you a slightly better experience from that camera department, it's has to be on the iPhone 17 Pro. That one's giving you 4K 120 frames per second on the backside. It's giving you 4K at 60 on the front. It's giving you dual capture mode, center stage capability, a lot of really nice things going on for the iPhone 17 Pro. The XS, on the other hand, it's going to be a lot more limited, right? It's just not going to be that great. It's going to be okay, but it's not really going to be anything like brag-worthy, and you can definitely tell there's a lot more grain going on in that type of photo set. It's just going to be a very limited type of experience. So, as always, that's going to be one of the big things, the big takeaways. But I don't think it's like a massive deal. But like I said before, if you're looking at a phone, that is going to be one of the bigger issues. So that kind of covers it up there. Now, on top of that, when you're looking at these types of devices, another important thing to remember here is that these types of phones, their software experience and their software updates are also really big things to keep in mind here too. The iPhone XS is already done getting software updates. That phone is, basically done. There's not really any more software updates that phone is basically getting. Unfortunately, I wish that wasn't the case, but that, not every phone's going to last forever. The iPhone 17 Pro is just getting started, right? So this one has about like 7 years ahead of it. And if you're going to go through, like I said before, and pick up a device, you're definitely going to be able to get a much longer lasting phone from something like an iPhone 17 Pro over something like an iPhone XS. So once again, kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at it. And the battery life is going to be substantially better inside of something like an iPhone 17 Pro. You're going to be able to get a phone there that's going to last so much longer. So, you're lasting longer in terms of software and from a, battery life standpoint as well. And finally, when it comes down to the performance, the iPhone 17 Pro is going to be giving you the Apple A19 Pro chipset inside with 12 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone XS is giving you the Apple A12 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM. And that right there is also another big takeaway. Like I mentioned before, if you're trying to go through and get a device that's going to be giving you a better type of experience, as always, the iPhone 17 Pro, the latest and greatest iPhone, that is the one that's going to be giving you a much more solid type of experience. That's the device that I look at, and I'm a very, very big fan of that type of device. I feel like the 17 Pro is one of the best performing phones right now, and definitely the better performing phone from the two. And if you're going from an iPhone XS to an iPhone 17 Pro, you are going to be getting a very big improvement when it basically comes down to that capability. So to kind of sum it up here, what I can definitely tell you is that for one, I'm a very big fan of the iPhone 17 Pro. It's the best iPhone you can buy right now, and if you're in the market, it's definitely one of those devices I'd highly recommend people to get. But I still feel like an iPhone XS is okay for if you own it right now, then it's okay. But if you're wanting to go and upgrade, you don't have to buy an iPhone 17 Pro. You can also go through and buy something like an iPhone 15 Pro and still get a very big upgrade. You can go to an iPhone 14 Pro and still get a really big upgrade, even an iPhone 13 Pro. Those types of phones I think would make a lot of sense to go through and buy over these ones, because of the price tag situation. But if you have unlimited money, definitely go for something like an iPhone 17 Pro. But if you don't, then you can always go for something like a 15 Pro or 14 Pro, save some money and still get a really big upgrade as well. So the choice is yours, but that's pretty much how I see this type of device holding up from that particular perspective. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.